Swear the testimony given in the matter now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay. If you could introduce yourself for the jury.
My name is Colin Gray.
Okay. And where do you work, ma'am?
I work at Appalachia High School.
And what do you do at Appalachia High School?
I'm a math teacher.
Okay. And how long have you worked there?
This is my third year.
Your third year? Okay. I want to take your attention back to 2024-2025 school year. What did you teach on that year?
I was teaching 9th grade Algebra 1.
Okay. What did you have first period?
First period was my planning block.
Okay. So you didn't teach a class that period?
No, sir.
Okay. And what did you teach second period?
9th grade, 9th grade Algebra 1.
Okay. There's a partial map of the school next to you. If you could you orient to the jury as to where your classroom was for second period?
Classroom's right here.
Okay. And was Colt Gray a member of that class?
He was.
Okay. And what do you remember about Colt Gray prior to September 2024?
Not too much. He started school not on the first day, maybe a week or so after. And I think I had him in my room maybe 3-4 times.
Okay. I want to take your attention to August 26th of that year. Was Colt Gray in your class on that day?
I believe so.
Okay. And did something happen? Did he come to you about needing something?
Yes, he approached me in class and asked to go see a crisis counselor.
Okay. And did that seem...
We're going to object to any hearsay.
Your Honor, hearsay is a statement made out of court. That wasn't a statement. He was asking for something. That would be more in a present sense impression. It's also not for the truth of the matter asserted. I don't think that would be hearsay.
Go ahead, Mr. Ross.
Judge, I think it is being admitted for the truth of the matter in regards to his mental health state at that time.
Your Honor, it's not testimonial in nature. He's not asking, or he's not testifying anything. It's not an out-court statement. He's asking to go somewhere. That is not hearsay.
Yeah, I believe him asking to see a counselor on that day is non-hearsay, so I'll overrule the objection.
Okay. So he asked to see a crisis counselor. Was there anything about what he asked that stood out to you?
Just the fact that he used crisis counselor. Usually my student just says, "Can I go see my counselor?" So that stood out.
How did he appear to you emotionally?
I don't recall how he appeared when he asked. I just knew it was different from a typical ask to go to see a counselor, so I walked him there.
Okay. So is it your normal practice to walk them to the counselor?
If they just asked to go to a counselor, not typically, but since he said crisis counselor, I didn't know what was going on, so I did want to walk him. And so the class next to me has 2 teachers in
Okay.
it,
And who were they?
Miss Ryan and Coach Edwards.
Okay. So what did you do when you decided to walk him to the counselor's office?
I peeked my head over next door and just asked if one of them could watch my class so I could walk him to the counseling office.
Okay. And did they do that?
They did.
Okay. Could you show, and did you walk him to the counselor's office?
I did.
Could you show on the map that we were just talking about where the counselor's office did you walk him to?
The counselor's office is over here.
Okay.
I walked him down that hall.
Okay. Thank you. Did Colt come back to your second period class that day?
He never came back to my classroom.
That day or any other day?
He didn't come back that day, and I believe the next time he was there was September 4th.
Okay. Let's go to September 4th. Approximately how many times on that day had Colt Gray been present in your classroom?
2 or 3, maybe.
Okay. Did you have any problems with him before then?
I did not.
Okay. Did he have any issues with other students that you seem to notice?
No, I never saw him interact with any student specifically.
Okay. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary about him?
No, sir.
Okay. Is there another student in your class with a similar name?
Yes,
And who was that?
Colton Gray.
Colton Gray? Now, Colt Gray was a freshman that year, correct?
Correct.
All right. What year was Colton Gray?
A senior.
Okay. And what was his personality like?
Very sweet, very respectful. He tried hard, put his best effort forward. Great kid.
Did he interact with you and other students?
He did.
Okay. I want to take your attention to the morning of September 4th. About what time do second period students begin arriving in your class?
Around 9:45, or a little bit before the event. Second period bells at 9:45, I believe.
Okay. And what are you typically doing when students are arriving at your class?
Typically, I'm standing at the door greeting them.
Okay. Did you notice Colt when he came into your class?
I do not remember him coming into the room.
Okay. Do you remember seeing his book bag when he came into the room?
No.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to see the security camera footage of your classroom from that morning?
I have.
Okay. And looking back on that security camera footage, do you realize why it was that you don't remember seeing Colt?
I did.
And why is that?
I was pulling up a presentation on my screen, so my back was turned to the door.
Okay. This security camera footage that you saw, does it accurately portray what happened on September 4th?
It does.
I'm going to show you a clip from what's already been tendered as State's Exhibit number 21. Your Honor, for the record, this is going to be from 1 minute 15 seconds to 6 minutes and 18 seconds. And asking, it portrays Colt coming into the room. Is that you at the 4 o'clock position?
It is.
Okay. And what are you wearing? Just a color?
Green.
Okay. And where's the door in this?
Diagonal to me
Okay.
on the other side of the wall.
All right. Thank you. Play. Kid that just entered the room, who was that?
That's Colton Gray.
The one with the black shirt and the tan pants?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at this point, class change is ended.
Yes, sir.
Okay. At some point during class, does Colt ask to leave the classroom?
He does.
Okay. And what purpose does he ask to leave the classroom?
He has to go see his counselor.
Okay. At this point, do you take him, did you walk him this day?
I did not.
Okay. And did he take his stuff with him or did he leave it in the room?
He took his book bag.
Okay. And is this also shown in the security footage?
It is.
Okay. Your Honor, this time I'm going to show what's 13:22 to 14:22. It's close to 10 minutes.
And this is another.
It's also from the same, from States 21, Your Honor.
And let me just clarify for a second my last ruling. So I overruled an objection previously about hearsay on he asked to see a crisis counselor. I think him asking the question is admissible for the fact that he asked it. It's not admitted for the purpose of establishing that he was in fact having a mental health crisis. All right.
So if the last clip ended at 9:45 and this is 9:53, we're now about 8 minutes into the class? Okay. What's he doing there on the wall?
He's grabbing the pass, the
Okay.
office pass.
So different passes have different destinations on them?
There's a restroom pass and office pass.
Okay. After he leaves at this point, does he come back inside the class?
No, no, sir.
Okay. At some point after Colt leaves, does Colton Gray also leave the class?
He goes to the restroom.
Okay. Does he do the pass thing also?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And does he take his belongings with him or does he leave them in the classroom?
He left him in the room.
Okay. Is this also shown? Well, let me go further before we play the clip. After Colton has left the classroom, does someone come to your class?
Yes, Miss Martin,
Okay. And who is Miss Martin?
assistant principal.
Okay. Why is she coming to the class?
She came to class asking for a student.
Okay. And what student did she ask for?
I can't recall the name that she said. I must have heard Colton Gray.
Who did you think she asked for?
Colton Gray.
Okay. Had he recently left for the bathroom when she asked for him?
Yes.
Okay. And did you tell her where he had gone?
I said he's in the bathroom.
Okay. And did you give her his belongings?
I handed his book bag to her.
Okay. Is this also shown on the security footage?
It is.
Okay. Your Honor, this time I will show clip from 23:42 to 26:33, also from State's Exhibit number 21. So now we're at 10:03, so this is about 9 minutes after Colt left. What's he doing there, Colton?
He's signing out.
Okay. So you have to get a pass and you have to write on the...
Put your name down.
Okay. Is that Miss Martin coming in there?
It is.
Okay. Now, at some point, does Miss Martin return to your class?
She does.
Okay, what happens when she returns to your class?
She told me that she needed Colt Gray.
Okay, and what did you tell her?
I said he went to the counseling office.
Okay, does she then leave at that point?
She does.
Is this also shown on the security footage?
It is.
All right, this time on State's Exhibit 21, I'll show a clip from 30:25 to 30:53. So now we're at 10:11. This is what, about 5 minutes after she left the first time? Now, after she leaves there, does she, when I say she, I mean Miss Martin, does she communicate with you any more about Colt Gray?
She does.
And what does she do?
She intercomed into my room.
I'm sorry, she what?
Intercomed
Okay.
into my room.
So she got on the intercom?
Yes.
Okay.
And she asked me to check my email.
All right. And did you check your email?
I did. She was asking around what time he left the room. Colt left the room.
Okay. I'm going to show you Smart State Exhibit number 34. Ask you to identify that. What is that?
This is the email that she sent me asking what time he left, and the email that I responded with
Okay.
saying he left around 9:50.
Okay. So you had the email to you and your reply on the same?
Correct.
Do they accurately reflect the email exchange you had with Miss Martin?
They do.
All right, this time I tender State's Exhibit number 34 in the evidence.
No objection.
All right, 34.
As we publish after the jury. All right, so you're at the bottom?
I am.
All right, I'm sorry,
Oh,
Miss
sorry,
Martin's
no.
at the bottom.
Miss Martin's at the bottom.
Okay, and what time did that email come in?
That came at 10:18.
Okay, and your response is above that?
Correct.
Okay, and what time did you send that response?
10:20.
And what did you say?
I said he left towards the beginning of first, probably around 9:50.
Okay. What happens then?
Class continues, and I'm up towards the front of the room when I see some movement in my door. I catch a glimpse that it's him.
Okay, is the door open or closed?
It's closed.
Okay, how are you able to see movement? Is there like a glass or
There's
something?
a glass window.
Okay, and so you see movement?
Mhm.
What do you do then?
I realized that it was him, so I immediately went to my computer to send an email saying he's at my door.
Okay. I want to show you Smart State Exhibit number. Who'd you send that email to?
Miss Martin.
Okay. Show Smart State Exhibit number 35. See if we recognize that.
Yes.
And what is that?
That's the email that I sent to Miss Martin saying he just came back to class.
Okay. And is it an accurate reflection of the email that you sent to Miss Martin?
It is.
Now, this time I tender State Exhibit number 35 in the evidence.
No objection.
All right, 35 is me.
Post that. So, what time did you send that email?
I sent that at 10:22.
Okay. When you send that email, what happens?
I sent the email, and I guess immediately, Miss Martin came back on the intercom and said he's at your door. And at that point, I'm walking towards my door, and I said yes. I got to my door, and I saw that it was him, and that he had a gun.
Describe how he was holding the gun.
I guess just across his body.
Okay. And what type of gun was it? I mean, I don't even know what type, but just.
It was a large gun, a rifle, I guess.
Okay. What did you do at that point?
I said, he's got a gun. I told the kids to get in the corner. I started pressing my Centegix badge.
All right. Tell me about this Centegix bag you're referring to.
All the teachers have a badge that, sorry.
That's fine. Take your time.
If you press it 3 times, admin and an officer and the nurse are coming. And if you press it up to a certain amount of times, it shuts alerts to the police department and the school,
Okay.
and sets off an alarm in the school.
How many times do you think you pushed it?
A good amount. Couldn't tell you how many specifically.
Okay. When you push the button, what happens then?
All the kids got in the corner, and there was a kid that was in front of the door that decided to drop where he was, so I crawled over and grabbed his hands. I reached up and flicked off the light, and I went back over to the kids in the corner.
Did he ever come into your room?
He did not.
Could you hear the gun being fired?
I could.
Okay. How many shots do you think you heard?
There was 2 sets, and it just sounded maybe 5 or 6.
Could you tell where they were coming from?
As in,
Where in the school they were coming from?
my hall, J Hall.
Okay. Is this what you're describing reflected in the security footage?
It is.
Your Honor, this time I play States 21 from 37:53 to 41:45.
Is this part of what we discussed at the motions hearings on Friday?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Is this when you're emailing with Miss Martin?
Yes.
Okay. Is that Him in the door there.
It is.
Is this you sending the email?
Yes.
Is that you pushing the button there?
It is.
Is this what y'all are trained to do during a shooter drill?
Yes, sir.
Did a student from your class call 911?
They did.
Okay. And who was that girl's name?
Jaylene,
Okay. Have you heard that 911 call?
I have.
And is that Jaylene's voice on the call?
It is.
All right, this time I'll tender state exhibit number 36. I'm gonna go.
No objection, Judge. All right, 36 is admitted.
Your Honor, that this 36 is the business certification record, and 36, the call itself, is on the hard drive. We're going to play a clip that is 5 minutes and 42 seconds long. 5 minutes 42 seconds long.
Mary County 911, what's the address to your emergency?
There's a shooting at the Lakewood High School, please. He's sitting outside the door. What do we do? Please, he's sitting, okay. He's sitting outside the door. He's shooting. Oh my God.
You hear where they're coming from?
What did you say?
Where are you? Where are you in the school?
We're at the Lakewood High School.
Okay, where in the school are you? Listen, what's your name? What's your name? Okay, stay on the phone with me, okay? We're getting lots of help on the way, but I want you staying on the phone with me. Where in the school are you?
I'm in K-Hole in the back.
K-Hole in the back. Is anybody in your room shot?
And everybody's okay. Everybody's okay.
Stay on the phone with me. If you have to put the phone down, put it down, but I want you on the phone with me. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Everybody's okay. Everybody's
Okay, do you know what classroom number you're in?
classroom. What classroom is it? Yes, it's clear. I don't know the numbers.
Do you know where the shooter is?
I don't know if he was in our shooting there or the numbers.
Who is the shooter?
His name is Colt. I don't know his last name.
Alright, spell your name for me.
J-A-R-Y-N.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna stay on the phone with you, okay? I'm staying on the phone with you and take a big deep breath with me. Okay, Jalen, my name is Terry, okay? I'm gonna stay with you. Okay, I got you. Okay, how many people are in your room, Jalen?
How many people are in the room? How many students are in the room? At least like 130.
Okay, what's your last name, Jalen?
Elira.
Spell it for me.
D-E-L-I-R-A.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna stay on the phone with you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you hear anything?
No, I don't know where he was. I don't know where he is.
Okay, is your door locked?
I think so.
Okay. great job. You're doing a great job, okay?
Okay.
You're doing great. You're doing a great job. I want you to let me know if you hear anything. Okay? Alright. Is your door locked? Is there anything in front of your door?
No, it's all the desk. No, there's nothing.
Okay. Do you know what, you don't know what classroom you're in, like what classroom number?
To check it. It is room 2.151.
2.151. Okay, is your teacher in there with you?
Yes,
Okay. Alright, what's your teacher's name?
Miss Greer.
Miss Greer. Okay, where is she at right now? Or is everybody hiding?
Yes.
Okay. I got a whole lot of people coming and I got a whole lot of people there. But I'm staying on the phone with you, okay? I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to be right here with you.
Okay.
Okay? You're doing a great job. I want you to let me know if you hear anything at all. Do you know what Colt looks like?
There was like dyed blonde hair.
Dyed blonde hair?
Glasses. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see the gun or did you just hear the shots?
I know a couple people and I heard the sound.
You heard the shots?
Yes.
How many shots did you hear? More than 10? Okay. Alright. Take a big deep breath. Big deep breath. I know you are very scared, but you're doing great. Stop staying. Okay, you're doing great. You're doing a really good job. How old are you?
14.
You're 14. Okay.
How long did y'all stay in the room before the police arrived?
Maybe 10, 15 minutes. I'm not sure.
What happened after the police arrived?
Our door was unlocked by an SRO that came in. He asked us if there was anyone in the room that wasn't supposed to be there. I answered no. He closed the door, said he would be back. He came back to the room and told us to stand up and walk outside with our hands up.
And did you do that?
We did.
And where did y'all go?
We walked out of J Hall up the hill, I guess to like just a lawn area.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess once more classes started to come out, we walked towards the stadium.
Okay. Did y'all go to the football field?
We went to football field.
What was the scene like on the football field?
I just started helping make sure kids got into the bleachers, and then it became chaos pretty quickly with lots of families coming looking for their kids.
And how long were y'all out on the field?
Hours.
At some point were you interviewed by law enforcement?
I was.
Okay. They asked you about the same type of questions I asked you?
Yes, sir.
Did you answer them about the same type way?
Yes, sir.
Just a second, please. I have no further questions. They may have some for you.
Cross.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Ms. Greer. I just have a few questions. If I ask a question that doesn't make sense, please let me know and I'll rephrase it for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it looked like from the video we watched that Colt Gray was sitting at a table or a group of tables where there were several other students.
Correct.
Kind of like, is it like a station? What
Just-
do you guys describe it as?
Just groups, how I had my class desk.
Okay. So is is it fair to say there were about 4 desks that were pushed up against each other, and there were 4 kids sitting at that station?
Correct.
And Colt Gray was one of them.
Mhm.
And then it appears that Colton Gray was one of the other students that was there as well.
Correct.
Okay. And going back to the day you mentioned in August, you said you walked Mr. Gray to the counselor.
I did.
In that type of situation, is that the policy for you to walk him to the counselor? Or is that what you're told to do?
We're trained that if a student appears suicidal or they're speaking in that manner, that we should walk them. So not necessarily if they say crisis counselor,
Okay.
but I just felt like he said crisis counselor and I didn't want him to walk alone.
So he said crisis counselor, he didn't mention suicide or
No,
anything
no.
like that. Okay. Thank you very much. That's all I have. Thank you, Judge.
Any regret?
No, Your Honor, I should be excused.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. You appreciate it. State call center.
State calls Jason Wilkerson,